first I go to Google and look for snazzy maps. There it is right there. And so I go to Explore Styles and search for lakes, water only. Search for that. I choose this first one, and you can see it pulls up just the water preferences, and over here is your search bar to type in the name of whatever lake you're looking for. This is Grand Lake, our lake. You can, like I said, search for any lake in the world pretty much that you're wanting to do your image of. I'm just pulling up a few different ones to show you how they come up. When you choose the only water option, it doesn't have any of the roads or highways or any other landmarks that you need to mess with. It's literally just water only. So I'm going to go with Grand Lake since that is the lake we always go to. And then hit this customize button because I want to change the color of the water to black. And so you scroll to the bottom of the features panel, click on water, and then all, and then custom color, and then go to black and save it there. And then download your image. Maximize the image so you can take a screenshot of exactly where you want. I'm going to cut off these rivers. So I go to the bottom edge and select the area I want, and I'm on a Mac, so the shortcut for a screenshot is Command-Shift-4, and then that image saves to my desktop. So that's what I'm going to do there, and then I'm going to remove.bg to remove all of the background from the image, and I'm uploading. It's on my screen, desktop. That's that one right there. Double click, and it automatically removes the background. Now there's some little dots and things that didn't erase, so I'm going to go to the eraser tool, resize my cursor, and just clean it up a little bit. And you just click on the spots that you want to remove. Click, click, click. Like so. And then hit download. Download image. So now we've got our image. I'm going to go into Design Space. Now I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but I've been working with Cricut Design Space for a couple of years now, and it's like second nature to me. So this is where I've been creating all of my designs for the D1 laser. So I'm going to import that PNG from my downloads into Design Space. And when I click on preview, it still shows me if I've missed any little spots or anything that I want to clean up. So I'm just zooming in and seeing if there's anything else I want to get rid of that I don't want to cut with the laser or to be there at all. Just some little spots down here. Resize your cursor to get into those little spots, little nooks and crannies. So I'm just giving it a little extra cleanup. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to name my image Grand Lake, save it, and then add it to my canvas. Now a lot of my images or my projects are on a square, and so what I like to do is make a background the size of the project that I'm working on. Usually they're 12 by 12, but on my screen the best size for me to work with is a 10 by 10. So I change it to a light color and then move it to the background. And then I have a square where I know where I want all of my images to go. And I'm going to type in the text that I want. And the font I like to use most on this is called Authorization, and that's a free font from dafont.com. So I'm just going to type in the name of my lake, and I like to do it in 2 lines just because it's easier for me to put where I want the text to line up. Don't mind my dogs playing in the background. They're nice, I promise. They're two little miniature things. They're just playing. So anyway, I'm just lining up all of the text, get it to look the way I want. Give that one a little curve. You guys stop. I promise you guys they're not killing each other. Like I said, I'm sure there's an easier way to go about creating your designs. But like I said, I've been using this program for so long, it's just easy for me. So I'm going to find the compass that I like to use on these map projects. Resize it to fit down in the corner. And then add in your personalization if that's what your customer wants. So this is why I like to use it on 2 lines, because now I have to go in and space out the words, and it's just easier to have it in 2 separate lines, but this works too. So just type in and resize how you want the name to look, which you can do the address, you can do the name, you can do coordinates, you could do, however you think looks best or whatever your customer wants. I'm going to line those up all center, and I'm going to turn everything black. The text imports is gray, so I'm going to turn it all black so it translates better on the laser. I'm going to change the color of this background square to white so I know where to do a screenshot. In Cricut, there's no way to export your files, so you do a screenshot and then convert those to SVG. So again, this is a Mac, so the shortcut for screenshot is Command-Shift-4 and drag your cursor to the size. I just do it right inside of that square so I don't get those lines. Again, it saves to the desktop. And I'm going to go back to my browser and use Convertio.co to convert this to an SVG. And when I upload it into Laserbox Basic, I can tell it what to cut and what to engrave. So Convertio is free. You can upload and convert 10 files per day for free. If you do more than that, you have to pay. So I try to keep my uploads and conversions to a minimum. So wait for that to convert and then download my SVG. And then we're going into Laserbox Basic. We are going to import that from the downloads. And no, it's not scaled, and that option is silly because if you hit yes or no, it doesn't do anything different. You have to scale your image. So I'm scaling this to a 12 by 12. Although in all reality my board is a 12 by 12, so I'm going to do 10 by 10. But just for this purpose, I did 10 by 10 or 12 by 12. I don't remember. So I'm going to tell it to cut the lake and engrave the words. And since these pieces aren't connected, I had to find them individually and tell the program to cut those. And here I remembered, oh, I'll just select them all. And I got a little confused here. Don't mind me. It's also a learning curve for me. Never used a laser before. A couple months ago, so I'm going to fill in the engraving areas. And here I was kind of getting frustrated because every time I tried to select those words, it selected the words and the lake. So I had to go in and select them one at a time. Now, had I scooted them over to where they all touched, it would have been a lot easier. But you do what you gotta do. In Laserbox Basic, and I haven't learned Lightburn yet. I signed up for the free trial, got intimidated. My 30 days is way past, and so now if I want to decide to learn it, I'm going to have to pay for it. And I know it's probably worth it in the long run, but so far I haven't done it. So I can't get the Jones Family Lake House to select, so I'm just going to move forward from there. So that is how I import all of my info for my lake maps. I'm going to use basswood 4mm settings and 2 passes. And honestly, on the engraved portion, the default settings are awesome. Not default basswood, not default anything else, just default settings. I think it's 50 speed and 50 power. So there's your screen for framing and going. It said it would take 49 minutes. And besides the one map that took 6 hours, I've been having pretty good luck with the timing. So there you have it. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions.